Alrighty, we are back once again. We had a slight change of plans because we saw how much of a powerhouse our party actually are when it comes to magic. Because spell slots are based on your character level, not your job level. So we have access to some rather strong magic. We are still going to just auto flee away from all of these guys because I don't really want to. So no, we're not. We're going to show off a little bit. We're going to sling some magic. We're not going to throw the. We are going to throw the arrow. Well, we have access to 1/3 level spell. Cool. We're going to do that. We're not going to cast any more magic though, because we did get wiped by the rat because, specifically, because we didn't have enough magic damage output. We're going to try and save some of our magic for the rat battle. But I don't see this rat being too much of an issue anymore. Also, do not like the bloodworms. The petites are cute, but I do not like the bloodworms. Alright, back to the rat. I should have healed. Should have healed. But we're going to throw top tier spells at it from the get-go. We have 2/3 level spells, my mistake. It's 109, 248, 359. Oh crap, I did not mean to let you guys go to swinging swords. I want to say we're in the 600s at this point. Maybe 700s. Blizzard, Thunder, Cure, Thunder. Good. This thing is throwing 3rd level spells at us from the get-go, which is insane. Okay, we are done with having to throw magic at this rat. It's great to see. Everyone got a job level up, which is not surprising. We've got Zeus's Wrath from it. And a Nepto Eye. Really glad it's not a Nepo Eye. That's just me. Damn. That'll do it. Also decently close to getting our next level, which I am very appreciative of right now. Yeah. Throw more blizzards. Actually, no. No. We can bounce now. Hopefully this is the end of me having to be short. I don't like being short. I am a man of decently grand stature. Because that meant is an insult to anyone that's short either. It's not me. Okay. Put the canoe in. His eye, Nepto the Sea Dragon. I thank you for returning my eye. Okay, so this statue controls a sea dragon and gave us a Fang of the Water. Crazy. Okay. So now that we've got that sea dragon under control, I'm pretty sure we're out of second level spell slots. Unfortunate. But also we're too magically inclined to be throwing hands right now. Talk to the captain. Cool. He's not going to be pissed that I'm stealing his ship. Technically, I'm not stealing it. He did say that I could have it. And we are out of... No, we do. We are not out of third level, or second level spells. We can unmini one person. It would be great if being mini increased my evasion. But I don't quite think that's how it's going to work. And now we can go back to being what we were before. What's this increasing it by? 2 for each, and Jesus, 8 and 6. That's a 10 and 8 increase. Not mad at. Go back to being a monk. Pretty simple life being a monk. But hey, it works for him. We are going to actually rest up so that we can get our second level spell slots back again. Also, I do need to point out that it is cheaper to live with these pirates than it is to live with the gnomes. It's half the cost. What is going on with those gnomes? Right, we did there. Now it's time to go exploring the world in our pirate ship. But first and foremost, we're going back to where Sid is. Because we were here specifically to find Dash. So we're going to be taking Dash back to his girlfriend. Whether he wants to or not. Then we might go to the magic shop, because magic. That was extremely underwhelming. Won't lie. Here sells cure. Alright, that's literally all we came here for. I don't know where to go next, though I think I can see a little town here. There's also a castle here and here. But since we were here, I feel like that's probably our next best bet. So I'll head to it. Oh, Jesus. Master hands. And I'm guessing shell armor makes me less likely to take damage from oceanic enemies, which I'm not mad at. Maybe the serpent sword also increases the damage I deal to oceanic enemies? Aquatic enemies even? Oh, a poisoner. Right. This place is trash. And people are scared of me. As they should be. I thought for God they were going to make me have to be minied. So Knights of the King of Argus are in the desert somewhere. I'm gonna take a wild stab and say that I'm just going to get have people run away from me every time I try and talk to them. Also, Final Fantasy loves the ancients. Like, hey, have this group of people from time before, and we're not going to actually explain what they are. They're just the ancients. Awesome. Thank you, old lady, that gives me hints about random loot. Phoenix down and a Kempo gi. That's an armor for you, if ever it was. That is a significant defensive increase. Your defense is almost as high as U-boats now. Jesus. Love it. We are also just going to change our formation again, so it's you two at the back, you two at the front. Even though our red mage probably could stand in the front line, don't really want him to. Right, we've now spoken to everyone in town, which is a disturbingly low amount of people. And there is a flying spaghetti monster in here. Alright, we'll head to... They said they got taken into the... No way is that a Gorgon. They got taken to a temple somewhere in the middle of the desert. But also, they were taken by the King of Argus, or the soldiers of the King of Argus. And I'm gonna bet that that's the castle to the north. So we're gonna head over to here. I love this game for its weird enemy designs so much. What does it take to kill this guy? Apparently not much. Also, I still think to level up a job, you should be having to do things related to that job. Like the white mage shouldn't level up unless you're healing with it. Which, I mean, I'm not complaining that my white mage is healing up by just throwing hands. Always look for the obvious changes. But also, yeah, it'd be cool if they only leveled up by healing. A grand. Okay. That's another 3,200, 9,200. That's 13,700 so far. I feel almost bad for looting an empty castle. There's nothing else we can do over here. Alright, back over we go. Yes, I am king. Also, there's no point in a round table when one of your seats looks like that compared to all the rest of them. I mean, honestly. Like, the whole point of the round table is meant to be everyone is equal here. Not everyone is equal in that picture. Right, that was an awesome press. I think that might be it. Yeah. Oh no, there's an answer. Love that for us. That's the revive everyone thing. Oops. Yeah. Why is that wall weird? Okay. Tranquilizer hopefully just put something to sleep. Nothing over here. Alright, where to next? So I know we've been told to go into the desert. I'm terrified of that flying spaghetti monster though. Not gonna lie. So we're just gonna wander. Hopefully find something useful. But there's a thing. And a sea serpent swimming through the water. Again, the world design for this game, including the character models for the enemies, is amazing. Like, character designs for the main characters is kind of Final Fantasy ones, but everything else is phenomenal. Kaylee is just killing everything. Love that. Golden Gulch. We need to do some healing because this seems like I'm about to get into a punch on. That'll work. Okay. Okay, these guys are just cryptic assholes. Who are you? I have to turn into toads. Earth's power is sealed away the other three sources of light. The Earth's crystal may have been sealed in a similar fashion. Fire is near the dwarves. Right, that'll do. Let's get out of these cryptic assholes. I'm not gonna be a dumbass with this. Talk to all the people. We should re-talk to that guy that gave us Toad. The living woods, the sentient forest calls to you. The orbs ain't doing anything. And I don't think we can travel through the water. Talk to this guy. Oh, there you go. Ice Rod, Mage Rod, Fire Rod. That'll do it. You just jumped up from this to this. That's insane. Actually, sorry, from this. So insane. Alright, let's continue on then. Doesn't seem to be anything that comes from over here. Yep, let's head off to wherever the Tower of Owen is. Chocobos! I don't have anything that can attract chocobos. Where? Yeah. We'll just ride around until I find the tower. There's the tower. Okay, there's also an air thing there. Alright. Let's jump back on our boat. Somebody said there was a group of the ancients to the west of the desert. We're gonna head down and see if we can't find it before we go into the tower. Usually the ancients are a pretty strong group, so we may as well be armed to the teeth. Plus, it gives us more time to grind. And I'm always a fan of extra grinding. Unless it involves me fighting that flying spaghetti monster. We ain't doing that right now. It would be cool if the serpent sword increased damage depending on my environment. So closer to water, not more damage, but if you're in the desert like we are now, very little damage. Ooh. You want another chocobo first? Yeah. Alright, that's how we're getting back to the ship. We're riding another chocobo. So we can almost ride a lap of the world. They've got magic. We are going to have to go into the item shop and see if they've got Phoenix Downs. Sure. We have plenty of money after going through that castle as well now, so I'm okay with all of this. Outside of that, I think we're pretty good for magic. We'll buy one more R spell, so that way if we have to go mage again, we can teach it to Ubit. Right, there is weapons and an armor shop around here somewhere as well. There we go. White Slayer, Serpent Sword, Fire Staff, Ice Staff, Light Staff. Okay, we'll take a Light Staff. Nothing else that we can buy here is better than what we've already got. And then armor, and then item shop and go. Specifically to the Chocobo Woods. Ooh, nice. Nice. I'm using a leather shield, and a mithril shield is an option. Use this into ice. Cool. You know what? Screw it. We're gonna stop fighting against them trying to give us weapons. We already are optimized. We should get a second light staff. That's all the way back over there. Yeah, we should. We'll grab another light staff, then go to the item shop, then go. Because we do a lot of just, hey, I'm whacking the thing. Not that I don't like to admit that we do a lot of that. So don't even use the White Slayer anymore. Cool. Right. There we go. Now we have dual light staffs. I don't know how well that's going to help us, but hey, I'm not going to be mad at it. Right. Ooh, sorry. Forgot the item shop. We're out of money, but I forgot the item shop, and I want to see if they've got Phoenix Downs. Then we might go check out that that well beyond the town. Hey, $1,000. $1,000 a piece. You're mad. Absolutely mad. Inflicts paralysis. Saw that too. It's all the three of those as well. That gives us enough to buy 4 more. And because we bought in bulk, we got a discount. I love that as a mechanic as well. Save 10 bucks there, save 13. 20 for 900 bucks. Happy with that. That's 100 bucks we saved. Love it. Alright, let's head on out. We will grab a chocobo, and then we're gonna make for the tower. Terrifying. Nope, no flying spaghetti monsters today. Yeah. Oh, sorry, disembark. Right. So, I'm assuming we're having to toad everyone. So we're gonna head to the closest place that we can heal up from, or restore my MP from. So we're gonna go to Argus. We're gonna go back outside where we've got the restore MP. Someone needs to learn Toad, and I'm pretty sure it's white magic. Yep. Not that too over here. Ubit can actually learn Fire Off. And Cure. And Andy can also, while we're here. Oh no, we already told you Cure. That's fine then. Now, or I forget to do it again. Toad. I do like that we're different colored toads. And then we're walking toads, not just toads. Now, can I mini toad? Like, can I shrink this while we're already toaded? Or is this Pokemon logic and we can only have one status debuff at a time? Because I would love to just make tiny toads. Okay, either way, we're going to go and somehow steer the ship. We're going to do the same thing as we did before. Oh shit. That guy just hit us like a truck. Yeah. Don't like our chances. We can't cast anything except for Toad. Alright, there's an exit to the middle of the map. Yep, that's about what I expected. We can't damage enemies, is the gist. God, we're doing the underwater level. Thank God. Oh no! Why did we get turned back into toads? Put it in the middle. The toad item. It'd be great if they gave us 4 of the things, not 1. But hey, I shouldn't complain. We have enough spell slots to cast Toad 3 times, so that gives us enough to get the entire party back to normal. Ogiski. hit hard enough to one-shot people. Jesus. I'm gonna be annoyed if I didn't have to be a toad the entire time. Okay. I need to know. Cool. We can de-toad. I know I probably could have just tried it and found out, but I wanted to make sure so I didn't have to redo this whole thing in 15 minutes. Right, we are now no longer toads. Purfling? Sounds like an enemy. Right. From the description though, it sounds like a red mage weapon. A good one by the looks of things as well. The secret safe's on the 5th floor. It's on the 8th section of wall from the left. We're on the 5th floor right now? Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. It was including the base spot. We're not toads no more. We're allowed to hit back. We hit back good. I feel so much better. Vindicated even. Another Maiden's Kiss. Could have saved this other spell slot, but oh. Need to remember to make a short about this. Hey, as soon as you get through there, de-toad yourself. Oh, crap. There we go. I was really worried about how tall this tower was going to be. It ain't so bad. It is a very tall tower, but unlike previous games, it's a very quick run. Like some of the 10 tower Final Fantasy towers have just been an absolute slog to get through. Already on floor 9, and that's not including the basement. Salaman sword. Nice. Already got flame mail. That animation looked awesome. Can you equip flame mail? No. Right, Medusa. should have healed. Alright. And our red mage is silenced. And she is genuinely terrifying. Do we have... what is it? Echo drops. You throw in echo drops. No, those are eye drops. Echo herbs. You attack. You cast. Let's call... actually, nobody's too low on health. What's that on him? Cool. 1, 2, magic cure. And throw a thunder arrow. That snare is definitely going to petrify somebody. This isn't nearly as bad as the mini dungeon. Possibly just because we're not mini anymore, but there could be other reasons. Yes, the fact that we can actually just attack is a definite upside. And there we have it. We managed to knock out Medusa of all things, though this was more the head of Medusa than Medusa in a whole. Interesting. Wait, we're in the sky? Our continent is in the sky. That's the kind of lore drop I was not expecting. Right, that's where we're gonna leave it for today. I don't know what the hell we're meant to do next. We're meant to find the island of the dwarves, which I'm assuming is up his ways. But apparently we're in the sky. So, hey, let us know down below how much we're enjoying or hating this, and yeah, I'll see you next time.